Welcome to Hey Therapist. I'm your host, Leslie Ross. With me is my producer, Jay Wesley Lindley. Let's get mental.
Do we look hot, Jay?
Looking hot.
Looking good. Thank you.
Is it still started?
Here we go.
Yeah.
2026.
2026. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hey Therapist.
Hey, guys.
It is
welcome.
officially 2026.
It is.
Crazy.
New year, new me.
New Year, same bullshit.
But for real, though.
I wish I was that person.
You know, I do too. I made a 2026 to-do list, and I posted it the other day and then saved it as well. And I actually had a lot of people comment and send me inbox about it and was like,
oh,
this is a really interesting to-do list. And I was like, yeah, it is. And they were like, I'm going to steal some of these. And I'm like, okay, cool.
What was
Love that.
on your to-do list?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay, read it.
Yeah, I'll read it because it was things that I even sat down and talked to my closest friend last night about. We're in the midst of a massive interior design job. So the amount of design photos that's in my phone right now, I need to... Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. So much wallpaper.
Well, it is your job.
It is my job. Oh, here it is. Okay, 2026. Be better at full meditation, learning to let go of what doesn't serve me. I want to make healthier decisions. When I say that, I already do make healthy decisions, but I think I'm going to cut alcohol.
Okay.
Fully.
Fully.
I really do. I'm going to at least try.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with alcohol. I think we've discussed it here before.
Sure. We know it's unhealthy for us.
I just feel better without it.
Yeah.
And like I just told you, I think I've gained 9 pounds in December. December's my worst month. If you guys have listened to any of our podcasts before, you know that we talk about this. December's probably my worst mental health month of the entire year. So
it's your dark
drank a lot and went to Dallas a lot. So yeah.
But I think that's for a lot of people. I think a lot of people, it's a dark month.
Yeah.
It's the end of the year.
Yep.
We're going into a new year. If you are a person who set New Year's resolutions, which if you go way back into the podcast, pre-Riley, there's a whole episode about not doing that because it's not the healthiest thing to do. We can set goals and things. It's a hard thing because if you did set these goals or these resolutions or whatever you want to call them and you didn't do them, you're not going to remember the reasons why you didn't do them. You're not going to remember the reasons, the hurdles that came in front of you, the life changes, the illnesses, whatever it was that kept you from completing it. You're just going to remember you didn't do it.
Yeah.
And that's, it's just a slippery slope. And when we get to the end of the year, people start thinking about that. And we do all at the end of the year kind of reevaluate our year. I mean, it's just the natural thing to do, right? A whole year's gone by. It's one of those things that when we get to thinking about it, it can make us sad. And especially with holidays and we're alone and all of those things.
That's my biggest. I've got it. That's part of what I'm going to work on in 2026 is also that not getting myself in a mental space because of me being single. But that is also another discussion that we can have.
Right.
But let me go on. Cutting toxic behavior. And that's for both sides of me, for myself, of having some toxic behavior, but also cutting the toxic behavior out of my life, not allowing it.
Okay.
Because I realized here at the end of the year that, oh my God, I thought I have incredible boundaries in certain places of my life.
Sure.
But I was still allowing so much bullshit to filter through that I'm like, okay, no. I'm done, and I'm fully setting up a big wall for that. I want to travel solo. I've never really done that. I've went a few places, but I'm talking about internationally.
Okay.
I want to do that. I want to grow our interior design business. I want to leap instead of lull.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes. And that is one thing I can be a very let me think about it. Let me analyze everything about this before I do it. And now I'm no. Okay. I'm going to try to be more open and just have a more openness to certain things in my life that I've always been no, that's not for me. Okay. Where honestly, I think I've let a lot of good things pass me by because of that.
Sure.
So leaping instead of lull, block instead of explain. I'm going to choose me first, lift daily. And when I say lift daily, I mean weights. Like, I really want to work on my body and really get myself into a better physical condition.
Sure.
And I want to see how big I can get.
Okay.
I don't want to be a bodybuilder.
Right.
But I used to lift a lot, like back in my early 20s. And I would just have this like up and down of it, of like me getting really hard in the gym and then me not. And now I want it to be more of a consistency.
Okay.
And I want to see how big my arms will get. I know that sounds like such a dude thing. It sounds like so like almost like shallow, but
it doesn't though. I mean, we want to see, there's a certain point where everybody wants to see what their body can still do.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I want to love wiser. I want to listen more, but I want to talk less.
Oh, well, here goes the podcast. This is Riley's sign off. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. Talk less. No, I think that a lot of times I'm a very good listener, but I do find myself sometimes giving too much information out.
I do that too.
And I really do want to talk less. I don't want to be that person that's not who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to change who I am.
Right.
But I'm just going to be more protective of certain conversations.
I like it.
So that's kind of my to-do list. It's not really a New Year's resolution by any means, but it's more of these are things that I'm going to actively work on. But I did have a lot of people message me. They really liked the leap instead of lull. Like, a lot of people were like,
I like it.
That's really interesting way to put that. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, I don't want to lull anymore. I don't want to be caught in that. I just want to just take the leap.
Yeah. Because we do get caught up in the what ifs of things and, well, I've never done this. What if it does? Like, and we can talk ourselves out of some of the things that really could be good for us, or could just be a good time, or just a good story. Like, I mean, just jump on in and see what happens. You never know. You may love it. But if we let that fear kind of stop us, or that overthinking, and then the moment passes, you're like, don't be impulsive. We don't want anyone to just be impulsive their whole life and make all the decisions all the time poorly. But you don't have to think it all the way through repeatedly. Like, you should think it through. Go, I mean, worst case is this, best case is this. Okay, cool, I'm in. But not trying to find reasons to not do it unless you just don't want to. And then that's a whole reason in itself.
Well, yeah, you can just say no.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just you need to learn how to say no.
Yes, you need to learn how to say no. That is it.
Yeah. So anything new for you in 2026 that you're like, you don't do? I know we both don't do the resolution thing, but like, I know that we deep down always have something we're like, I'm going to work on that. Of
course. I think for me, one of the things that I have been working on is being healthier and making different choices. I've been exercising. I have not been to a gym in a very, very long time, which you don't need, right? You can do a lot of things at home. Yeah. I just have to make myself get up and do those things at home. And I haven't been great about that, but I've noticed changes in my body that I don't like. 50 is chasing me this year. I am the year of 50. And I know that genetically, we tend to not have the best joints and backs and things as we get older in my family, especially the women. And I know some of that is genetic. I mean, there's some degenerative disc disease type things going on and all of that. But there's a lot of proactive things I can do. And I just haven't been doing them. Because, I mean, part of it's been sadness. Part of it's been laziness. Like, it's just, I've had a big case of the don't want us. You know, it's one of those things. Everyone gets into those moods. But that is something that I am going to actively force myself for a while. And then I know I'll enjoy it because I do love the way I feel after I work out. I do love the way I feel after I exercise. Yeah. Boy, I don't love getting up to do it. And I'm sure I am the person that will not do it after work. Because I'm exhausted, mentally, physically, everything exhausted. It's not going to happen. So I have to do it before work. So I just got to get back in that habit. And it really is just getting back into that habit. So that's one of the things that I plan to work on. You know, there's some things happening at my work, which I feel like I haven't talked to you for freaking ever. I know. Hate it.
We kind of took you guys, like, we kind of took the month off of December where we did some pre-recorded podcast, and this has been the longest December of my entire life. We wanted to try to get together, but we both are so busy.
Yeah.
Like outside of this podcast, we do have lives, and we also work a lot.
Mhm.
And we've not got to see each
I
other. So I'm
know.
like, oh my God, we have so much to talk about. Yeah.
And y'all get to enjoy it too, or
Yeah.
what's not cut out. Anyway, I don't know how much of this I can talk about, but it's my podcast, so screw 'em. The state of Oklahoma, which is where I'm based out of.
Mhm.
Riley's in Texas, I'm in Oklahoma, but we share state lines.
Yeah.
Has decided that the community mental health centers that are state funded, so free health care, we can't refuse anyone, all of those things that come with a state funded agency that provides mental health services, crisis care, medications, all the things, they're going to sell us off. So we've been put up for bid to be privatized, and we all know how well that works because privatized healthcare is the best. Yeah. So, So we've been put up for bid, and we're waiting for that time frame to end, which is like the 15th of January, 15th or 17th, I don't know. And then they'll decide if they're going to accept any of the bids that came in. So all of us who work for state agencies called CCBHCs or CMHCs, which is Certified Community Behavioral Health Centers, we will no longer be state employees. We will lose all of our state benefits. We have to re-interview for our jobs if we want to keep them. And then the company that takes over obviously has the right to not keep us, right? So it's not even if you want to keep your job, it's if they want you to keep your job. So yeah,
What?
that's happening. And the governor and the commissioner has decided that that was the best option because they don't have to go through anyone to make those decisions.
Okay.
So come summer, I may not have a job.
Okay, flip side of this. If someone bids on this, you have to re-interview. You get the job working for this new company. Does that mean that you could get better benefits or more money?
No,
So
not for the companies that are bidding on us now.
Okay. So are these like outsourced companies in Oklahoma, or are they just nationwide?
No, they're privatized companies in Oklahoma. So a lot of them already run some mental health centers around the state.
Okay.
And if you ask anyone about those agencies, yeah, they've been turned away. They haven't got the services they need, which is why they come to the state-funded agencies because we can't turn people away.
Yeah.
They're not big fans of the high acuity people because they don't stay on their Medicaid, Medicare, because they don't fill out their paperwork like they need to because they don't know they need to. And they don't want to take the time to help them do that, because you have to reapply for your benefits. You have to turn in certain things every so often. Severely mentally ill people aren't really great about keeping a schedule. They're not real good about keeping up with paperwork or mail or phone numbers. Like we have clients that have a different phone number literally every week.
Yeah.
Like, how do you live like this?
Yeah.
But it's how they live because they don't have the capacity,
Well,
right?
that's their normal too.
It's their normal.
Like our normal's our normal. That's their normal. Yeah. I mean, they're just trying to make it.
Yeah, so there's that going on. And we got that news via a Teams video
You're shitting me.
conference the week before Christmas break.
Oh my God. Okay. That is, wow. I've not lived in the state of Oklahoma for several years now, and
It's enough to make me go somewhere else.
not that the state of Texas is just some beacon of just fucking greatness over here, like that we've just got the best governor in the world, but it makes me appreciate where I currently reside.
Yeah.
Because I see things, and obviously all of my family lives in Oklahoma, and I know just enough, and I see some on social media that I don't understand the state of Oklahoma and its governing abilities and the fact that it's being still allowed. Like,
Well, the governor's up for election this year, but it'll just be more of the same.
Yeah,
people
what is
red
going-
vote and
what is going on with y'all state?
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I just, this is my home state, and I mean, but it's embarrassing. I mean, there are literally people in Paris that, not that Paris is great, I'm just telling y'all right now, but I'm the ass end of the joke a lot of times because they're like, oh, you're from that shady 580, which the shady 580 gets its own name. But then they're like, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We get it. And I'm like, listen.
Yeah, like easy. Come on.
Like,
So yeah, in the guise of saving money, they're trying to get rid of the state agencies. But I mean, it's really just offsetting the cost to law enforcement and hospitals.
yeah.
Because if they're not coming to us, that's where they're going.
Yeah.
So we're really just offsetting the cost more to Oklahomans.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make sense to dismantle these agencies that the state has full control over,
Yeah.
right? Because they can tell us what to do, when to do it. Once it gets privatized, yeah, you can manage the funding sources. You can manage the grants that these private agencies get. But if they say, screw you, we're not doing it, they can.
Yeah.
And then what? So yeah,
Wow.
that was fun, little Christmas surprise. So went into Christmas break with that.
Okay.
Had a great Christmas with the fam. That was awesome. Little trip to Padre with some friends and friends of friends.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good time. Padre is Padre. Like we had
Is
fun.
it dirty?
It's not dirt. I wouldn't say dirty.
Okay.
There's just not a lot to do. Like I'm not a person that just goes to bars and drinks, right? Like that's not
Yeah, same. Not my thing.
That doesn't do it for me. Like every now and then, sure. At the end of the day, after we've done something else, yeah, let's go find a beach bar. Let's get some food. Let's have some drinks. I mean, it's December, so the water's cold, right? There's no real. I mean, there were people in the water. My little bitch ass ain't getting in there.
Yeah, no.
It's not hot enough outside for me to
No.
want to dip in that 72-degree water. No, that's too cold for me. So we didn't get in the water really. I mean, there were some cool things around, but there's just really not a lot to do other than hit the bars.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my scene. Walking on the beach is always therapeutic, right? I love that. So I got to do that and just hang out and have fun. So that was a good time. And then, New Year's came around, went out with the family and hung out. We took the lights off the radio station and that was pretty much my break.
Yeah. Mine felt, I was actually thinking about that on the way over here because I was like, I know that we're going to talk about this because we've not really got to see each other. December feels like I was in a different dimension.
It's weird.
In a way, like, and not necessarily bad, but it feels like I had so much going on that, and I did feel it fully because I struggle so much with that month. So I'm like, I'm going to fill every available moment of free time with something to do. I think that I went to Dallas with my friends more in the month of December than I have went all year long. Which I'm just going to, we love the Adolphus Hotel in Dallas. Like it's an older hotel and we love it. We're, me and my friends, we're kind of hotel snobs and we don't, you know what? I'm not even going to lightly say that we're hotel snobs.
Sure.
If
You
we're
like
gonna,
what you like though.
if we're going to spend money on spending the night not in our bed, we're going to make sure that it's nice.
Fair enough.
So my best friend JC, she has this way of when we like something, she's going to connect with the GM somewhere every time.
Love it.
And it's such a good quality for someone to have.
Yeah.
And she doesn't do it for using ability. Like she just does it because she's like, if I'm going to stay here, then I want to know who's running the place. And she always has been like this since we've been friends. And she has became really close with a guy that pretty much does all it's like the GM of the Adolphus, but also like he is like quality care too. So if we want a room, we text him. He just gets us a room every time. It's always a fabulous room and it's highly discounted. And I'm talking about like we go all the time, like to the point where front desk now knows all of us and we walk in and they're like, oh, hey, God. I mean, like it's starting
That's awesome.
to kind of get a little embarrassing a little bit, but like we love the spa there. So we go and we book at the spa, we go and stay. We love it. So we spend a lot of time at the Adolphus, which if you've never visited the Adolphus during the holidays, it is everything and more. If you love Hallmark world, it's a very old, timeless holiday there, and they have the largest indoor real Christmas tree in Dallas.
That's awesome.
So it's this beautiful, like 15-foot fresh fir tree, and everything is stunning. And just painting the picture, if you've never been to the Adolphus, it's like that dark, moody hotel. So you walk in and it's all raised panel, and everyone's drinking scotch, and it's just
very Gatsby.
fucking fabulous. Like I love it. And they have valet parking. And if you know me, I'm going to valet everywhere I go. And if they don't have valet, I may not go. And I'm not joking.
I don't blame you.
I love valet
I will
parking.
always choose valet.
I love valet. And I don't care if I'm pulling up in a 1944 beater. I'm going to valet park that motherfucker. And so like their valet side. The whole experience for us is just great. So we did that. We also went to Fort Worth a few times. We have found a really fun hotel down there that we like, but we also love the Bowie House. If you've never seen the Bowie House, it is the most stunning, well-designed hotel I've ever seen in my entire life. So if you're listening to this, get online and just look it up. It is an actual art gallery.
Oh, cool.
Within the hotel. So the owner and the person that has established the hotel, it's her private collection. It is fantastic. If you've never seen it. So we went a few times. There's a fantastic restaurant called Brick and Horse, and we love to go have brunch there. So we went and did that a few times and just kind of hung out. So we were kind of just like filling, our free time. Guess who we ran into?
Who?
The lady that plays Beth Dutton.
Really?
Like physically ran into her. Like she ran into my cousin, like bumped into him. And I was like, she looks so familiar. And then we all kind of recognized her at the same time. And apparently her and the guy that plays Rip is doing a spinoff and they've been filming in that area.
Oh, that's cool.
So she was staying at the Bowie House and she is exactly like she is, almost kind of on the movie. It was kind of weird, y'all. Like I was like,
You're like, oh, this is your real personality.
Like, it's her personality. Like she was very sweet. Like she did not have an off-putting type of attitude or anything like that. We didn't really we just were like, hi, how are you? And she was like, I'm great. And she had this like huge, beautiful, long suede coat on. And she threw it over her shoulder and just took off out the door and walked over to CVS. And I was like, oh, her energy kind of is still Beth. I like it. I think that's really who this woman is. I don't watch Yellowstone. Don't come for me. I just know who this lady is.
Sure. You've seen enough memes.
I've seen enough shit about that. But anyways, we went there, did that a few times. And then it was family stuff and then cocktail parties here and there with friends and a lot of Chili's visits. We love Chili's too. So we would all meet up at Chili's and have a cocktail. We call it cocky time.
Love it.
So
Love it.
We had a little bit of cocky time in December. And now, as it came to a close, I was like, I've got to get my life together. I think I drank way too much the month of December. And I took a mental health break. And I really kind of noticed it right there at that last week of Christmas. So I'm like, oh, I can tell I have not been really, I don't know if you ever feel like this, and I hope others can relate. Maybe they can't. I don't know. Do you ever feel that you are too involved with your mental health and you kind of get overly? I think I mentioned this to you not long ago that I was like, did I heal too much? I'm still in this phase right now. I'm getting back into my mental health. I don't want to be oh God, I took this bad, ugh, I did horrible things. No.
Right. I
cut back on all my podcasts. I cut back on some reading. I still was slightly journaling and things like that, but I was overly, I think, doing it to the point where I want to say I was walking around I was in a mental health bubble in a way. And I think I was even annoying everyone around me because it's even my responses were not even my responses almost were coming across therapeutic.
Sure.
And I'm
I get accused of that all the time, but I'm a therapist.
I'm not a therapist.
Well, but I'm not when I'm talking to my friends either. That's, I think, one of the things that people get confused because I'll say something on this trip, I said something and somebody was talking about something and I was like, well, but you know what? And I went into just some statement that I would say to a friend and they're like, don't therapize me. And I'm like, that's just who I am though. That's how I think. I'm not, if I was therapizing you, we'd have a whole different conversation, champ. But I'm just telling you, maybe, whatever it was, I don't remember what the conversation was, but I'm like, and I hate that because yes, that is what I do. But when you have that kind of insight too, you want to share with others. And so you say things and they're like, oh, you're just throwing that out. And I'm like, but it's true, for starters, but you just have to kind of change the way you think. And if a different friend would have said the same thing to you, would you have that same response?
Yeah.
Would you think that they were therapizing you? Would you think that they're throwing that at you? Or would you think they're just talking to you and trying to give you some insight?
It depends on who it's coming from.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And I'm going to say that there's sometimes that somebody can say something to me and I'm like, And then other ones that I'm like, oh, not a big deal. And I'm like, oh, that's something I need to work on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a me problem for like receiving it differently, which it also, on the flip side of that, how they're projecting it or saying it could be a little off too. So, I mean, like there is different ways to view that. So.
Yeah. Are they being curious or are they being judgmental?
Yeah. There was something recently that happened to me in a situation that I was like, ooh, I think they're being a little judgmental. And I had to like really check myself a little bit. They were not wrong about the statement that they made to me. It made me evaluate things that is also going to what they don't understand. The statement that they made to me was something that they felt like that I needed to work on as an individual. Okay. And I don't disagree with them on it. But what I will say is me working on this part of my life is also going to change the outcome for them. And are they going to be prepared for that?
Oh, that's a good point.
Because if I change...
Careful what you wish for.
If I change this aspect about what this area that you think I should work on, then are you going to be really ready for that person that's going to be on the other side of that? Because you've never witnessed that side of Riley.
Right.
And I can truly say that in 2026, I know this is like the year I'm an Aquarius, and I don't know if you guys are into like the horoscopes or anything like that. I'm a triple Aquarius. So if you've been reading up about anything based on horoscopes and the year, this is our year.
Okay.
It is literally the first time.
The age of Aquarius?
It is literally the age of Aquarius. It is the first time, and it's lining up with like the horse, and like if you read anything about anything like that, if you go very deep into it, this is our year of a lot of alignment for us, spiritually, emotionally, love life, financially, goals. Like it is like we're going to come out on top. Not that I needed someone to tell me that.
Sure.
But this is definitely the year for me that when I talk about cutting toxic relationships, I don't know if everyone's going to like this new version of me.
They don't have to.
They don't. Absolutely. There is a different version of me I know that's on the horizon, and I can feel it. I've been feeling it for like a few months. Even one of my closest friends, Corin, she was like, there's definitely, I can tell, like you are definitely, there's a change. I don't think that everyone's going to fully receive it as well as they think that they are going to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm prepared for that. I think that 2025 was, the end of 2025 was preparing me for it. And what's coming for me in 2026. We have a lot of fantastic business opportunities coming. I love myself more than I've ever loved myself, but I'm going to stop investing any of my extra love for the outside. And I don't want that. I think that probably can be reciprocated wrong, me saying that. And I don't mean it wrong. Like I still love people. Like it's not that, but the ability to care too much is gone.
You have to feed what feeds you.
And I know that I care too much for things and situations in other people's lives and get too caring and too involved. And then it does hurt me in the end. But when I cut that, y'all do realize what that looks like for me.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I look like the asshole. I'm the dick in the room. I'm the one that's self-absorbed. Okay.
Right.
So when Mel Robbins talks about let them, I'm going to let you. But when I say I'm going to let them, that means that you have to sit alone in that. And I'm not going to be there anymore.
Right.
So
I think that's great.
It's not just about me letting them for myself. It's like you also have to let that for yourself too. So when I let you sit in that and I let them do whatever they're going to do, don't fucking call me again.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. And if you're listening to this and you've been the person to abuse me and then you've left me, then you better know that I will not fucking pick up the phone again, because I have always been the one that's been there for people. And it's not.
And they expect that.
They expect it because they know he'll do it. But the use and abuse is gone for me. I'm going to be a lot more selfish.
Where do you think that comes from, though?
Absolutely being trauma, childhood.
Is it the need to be chosen?
Yes.
The need to be needed?
Yes.
Okay.
It was like, for me, it was someone telling me that I was doing good.
Okay.
I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Like that need of like validation. Well, since I've finally got to a place where I don't need the validation, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's where I'm at now, is it's like, I don't need your validation. I really don't give a shit.
Right.
So I think a lot of that past of me, like putting too much into other people and like wanting to be wanted.
I think that's important. And a lot of people, I just had this conversation with someone very close to me. about the need to feel needed and the
Mhm.
need to feel wanted and the ability to be, and this is a male or female statement, so bear with me, but the ability to be Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be that person that can help them. They needed help and I was there. They needed me and I was there. They called me and they didn't have, yes, they had other people.
Mhm.
Like, because when you start questioning, well, they don't have it. Well, yeah, they do. So why did you have to do it? You didn't, but they knew you would.
Mm-hmm.
It's because all of these other people in their life have cut them out, probably,
Mm-hmm.
because they've used and abused them.
Yep.
But you, in your insecurity or your need to be chosen or your need to be needed, feels like that's validation. You feel like that is what is meaningful and what they need, but really it's your need. It's not about them. It's your need to be appreciated. And we all want to be appreciated. Don't get me wrong. We all want to be appreciated, but I want to be appreciated for who I am,
Mm-hmm.
not what I can do for you.
Yes.
And if someone is primarily having you do things for them and showing appreciation to you, those are very different lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you stop doing the things, are they still going to appreciate your friendship?
Yes.
When you stop lending them money, when you stop showing up every time they call or answering the phone every time they call, and the only times they call is when they need something,
Mm-hmm.
because they know you'll pick up. The first time you don't pick up because something's going on in your life and you say, oh, I had this going on. And their response is, well, but that's not a real friendship. That's not a real relationship.
Well, there's no reciprocation.
None.
And I think that's truly, when I tell y'all that like blinders have truly fell off, like rose-colored glasses, all that has fallen off of me in the last 6 months. I started realizing things about myself, the need to be wanted. This is hard to admit, but I wanted to be important.
Of course.
You know, I mean, you feel this need to be the important person
To
in
be
the room.
chosen. I want to be
And
chosen.
when you get to a point where you don't care if you're important anymore, I'm telling you, this is where you're at. And it feels great. Like, I will tell y'all this, it feels like this massive weight has been lifted off of me. And I know can be read as, are you sure you're not becoming bitter, or you're becoming an asshole, or you're know what I mean?
Jaded.
You're just, like, maybe it's because you didn't get what you want. No, because I literally did a lot of self-reflection on that, and I don't give a shit about that.
Right.
Like, I really don't. I genuinely am being 100% setting here, because like having to admit that you wanted to be the most important person in the room is not a thing that you want to just sit on a podcast and fucking put it out to the world.
Listen, the phrase, I just want to be chosen, came out of my mouth not that long ago.
Literally.
I mean, we all have that need and that desire.
Yes. So I'm being very honest with where I'm at right now, that I'm just like, no. Like, you don't get that version of me anymore.
Right.
It is a new year for me, and this is my birth month as well, and I think that has a lot to do with it. Where, yeah, I am turning 38 this month, and I do understand now. My sister made some very wise comments to me a few years ago, and she was like, your best years are going to be ahead of you. And she was like, she's like, I'm telling you, the ability to care, the ability to be seen, any of those things are going to start diminishing less for you, and you're going to start living your best life when you get closer to 40. And I was like, really? Because I thought my 30s have been a roller coaster. Like, I mean, an absolute roller coaster of emotions, of events. A lot of the things I put myself in terrible situations.
Sure.
I did that. Like, I can fully admit, oh my gosh, that was a me problem. But now that I've been able to openly admit it and be able to look at myself in the mirror and go, bitch, you're the problem.
Right.
Like, things have truly started lining up for me. And a lot of these strongholds that has been a part of my life is starting to fall away.
Thank you for joining us on Hey Therapist. For my co-host, Riley DeWitt, I'm Leslie Ross. You can contact us on the website at heytherapist.com or on our socials at Hey Therapist Social. Hey Therapist is an SEOK radio production and is for your entertainment purposes only. Thank you for joining us. Make good choices.